back to the show, 912 Crew Sports, where we talk about sports and interview interesting people. And today, episode 14? 14. Thank you, Mac. I forgot about keeping count. Yeah, thank you. Speaking of interesting guests, we have an interesting one for you. It is Mr. Dakota Tillman.
Claxton, Georgia himself.
Claxton, Georgia. Come on up, Dakota. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. All right. And go ahead and snap that thing on. All right. So welcome. Thank you so much for coming to see us. This is probably our biggest interview.
Come on now.
We've had Ryan Tomlin, who was an official.
That's Mr. Claxton.
That is Mr. Claxton.
That's Mr.
But
Claxton.
This is a D1 coach, SEC.
SEC.
So again, thanks for making time for us.
Appreciate it.
You, I did a good Facebook stalk of you. So bear with me. Tell me if I got anything wrong. You're originally from Orlando, Florida?
Born in Orlando, Florida. Yep.
Okay. And so, how'd you get to Claxton?
Well, my dad's from Orlando. My mom is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but my grandfather is from Claxton. So okay. He went to high school here and graduated from here, and lived in Orlando, lived in Pittsburgh for a little bit, and then my granddad settled here, and we moved closer to him in 2010. So that's when I got to Claxton.
Cool. And you graduated 2015?
That's right, class of 2015.
All right, and then from there you went to GSU and graduated from
I went to Limestone College. I played 3 years football there, then got my master's from Georgia Southern.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Thank you. See, I
knew
I was going to need some corrections there. So you graduated from Georgia Southern.
Yep.
You went to Tappan County, right? Assistant football head coach. Then from there, Wayne County, special teams coordinator. And then Arkansas State University, special teams coordinator.
Analyst for 2 years, coordinator last year. Yep.
Okay, cool. And now current assistant special teams coordinator for Arkansas.
Yes, sir.
And you are 29, 30?
I am 28.
28.
Be 29 this year.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about that journey, I guess, from
the grind.
Yeah.
Well, when I played, like I said, I played for Claxton High School. I played a linebacker and a little bit of quarterback. Tore my shoulder up my sophomore and junior year. So my senior year, Coach Williams was the head coach, and I went up to him and I was like, hey, I'm kind of tired of getting shoulder surgery, so can I just kick? And he was like, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. So I kicked or whatever. It was okay. Went to go to Limestone, a Division II school in South Carolina. Was there for 3 years, was really bad my freshman year and got a little bit better, and graduated early. So I graduated in 3 years, and this was way before the transfer portal was what it is today. People don't believe this. Your head coach could block what school you went to. So I went to our head coach at the time, and he was like, all right, you can't go to these schools. And it was schools in the conference. But ended up coming back home, training, visited. I was actually committed to Troy. So I was supposed to go play at Troy as a grad transfer, and things fell through, kind of a bad deal. And so that was 2018. Tony Welch was just named the head coach at Claxton. So I go by the weight room. I'm like, hey, can I use the weight room, work out? And he, I got to know him for a couple months. He said, hey, if things don't work out, ironically they didn't, but he was like, you can help coach special teams here. I was like, okay. So things fell through at Troy. So, it was August. I didn't have anywhere to go. So I was like, hey, I'll help you coach. And after that season, had a good season that year, and had a really good kicker that year. And I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to stick with coaching. So I stayed at Claxton until 2021. Got to coach my brother, which was really cool. And he ended up going to Georgia Southern to snap. And then felt like it was time for a change. Felt like I needed to grow. Coach Welch went to Jenkins and Savannah, so I went to Tatnall. Coach Williams was my connection over there, and worked over there for a year. And
before you get into that,
let's
go back to 2015, Dakota Tillman.
Okay.
That is about to graduate from Claxton High School. Who did you hang out with, and who was your favorite teacher?
Who did I hang out with? Okay.
You have to name names if you don't want to.
No. Marty Chappell.
Yeah.
Scooter Taylor, Wyatt Sapp, Kyle Valite, all those guys.
Okay. Gotcha.
Those are
That
my
helps me like place you
yeah.
to like whose age you're around, I guess. And
Yeah.
who you might have hung out with. Who's one of your favorite teachers there?
I mean, I'm biased, but Coach Williams.
Okay. Yeah.
Coach Williams. I mean, I know it's a coach, but
No, it's fine.
I can talk about him
Right.
later.
He was
But
awesome
like,
teacher
man,
with us as well.
that's my guy.
And so I think when you were about to get into your story, you were about to go to Tattnall County.
Yep.
Okay. So first job was at Tattnall, I guess. Besides
Claxton.
was
Yeah.
Claxton. Then you go to Tattnall County.
Yep.
How was that? You know, what lessons did you learn, and what was the toughest part?
I was told I was going to be teaching PE, which was awesome because I have a computer science degree. That's what my undergrad was. So I was teaching that at Claxton, but I was like, at that point, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm going to be a coach. And it didn't work out. So obviously, Donnie Sykes coached me. And he's at North Tattnall. And he's like, they're like, I got 8th grade Georgia studies. And I'm like, man, I don't know about this. I was like, I ain't even been in Georgia that long.
Right.
No, that was a really good year. I wouldn't be where I am today without that Tattnall County, the teaching stuff, and football was good with Coach Williams and working with him. And I was actually a head soccer coach that year and didn't know much about soccer, but
we called our first soccer game this year.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know that is a lot quicker sport than you think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't even let you tie your shoe. It's like they don't even no timeout for the shoe tie.
Right.
You know?
A couple times when the game we watched, the kid lost his shoe like
and they wouldn't let him
twice.
tie it. And
Advantage?
the whole time I'm like, ask the
Hey,
ref.
it's the game, dude.
And Jenna was like, no, there's no stoppage for that.
Nah, just keep it rolling. But
Right.
no, that was a good year.
That's all.
Shaped who I am now. So
Cool. And so from there, you went to Wayne County.
yep.
Why, or was there a specific reason you made that move, or you got the job, or you got the offer?
The connection there was I was training. At that point, I was doing specialist camps with really my mentor, Patrick Means. He's the assistant principal at Richmond Hill High School now, but he was he trained kickers in the area. So I was doing camps with him and some private lessons, and I was training one of the kids from Wayne County, and his dad obviously was down there, and they had J-Bo Shaw's new staff came down there, and
J-Bo.
He left Rabun County.
yes,
Right?
Rabun. Yeah, he coached Gunner at Rabun, went to Wayne, and he had gave me his the dad had gave me his number, and I reached out to J-Bo in January, and I was just a shot in the dark. I was like, hey, if something opens, let me know. I'd be very interested. And he was like, yeah, thank you for texting me. I'll let you know. And at that point, I'd kind of move on. And it was like probably early April, which is kind of late for teaching and coaching. And he was like, hey, a spot just opened up. So, prayed about it and felt like it was a good move. And I felt like I needed to get a little uncomfortable too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was one of the best decisions I made for sure.
Right on. All right. And so you were at Wayne County for a year or two?
Just really like 8 months. 9
Okay,
months.
gotcha. So a football season. And then now you're from there. You go to Arkansas State University, the Wolves,
Red Wolves.
right? Red Wolves.
Wolves up.
And that to me, from the steps you took to boom, you're into college. That it feels really fast, and that to me that seemed like I would be in shock if I wake up, next I'm going into a huge college program.
Yeah.
What was that like? Did you have like a pinch me moment or a moment where you're like, man, I'm here, I kind of made it.
It was kind of cool. So that it was actually the spring of 2022 when I was coaching soccer at Wayne, at Tattnall, and Donnie was the principal. And I said, hey, I knew some guys on the Arkansas State staff, and I was like, hey, I've got an opportunity to go watch them practice spring ball for a few days, and I really just wanted to learn. But obviously, the more you show up and get in a building and communicate with people, they know your face. So I went there and spent like 3 or 4 days with them during spring ball, and sure enough, my buddy who was coaching there, he left for another job, and they put my name in and did the interview process. And this will be a good. You talk about going through the grind. So it's Super Bowl Sunday. I was supposed to hear back on that Saturday if I was going to get the job or not, because it was between me and another guy. And I didn't hear back that Saturday, so I was kind of bummed out because I was like, I really think I might have something here. Well, I'm at church Sunday night, and sure enough, the special teams coordinator at the time calls me, and he goes, "Hey, I'm going to offer you the job." He's like, "I need to know if you're taking it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm taking it." He's like, "Okay, when do I start?" And this is like February 10th or 11th, and he was like, "It's Sunday night now." He's like, "I need you here Wednesday." So I had to walk into Wayne County on Monday, go to the principal, "Hey, tomorrow's my last day. Sorry." But they kind of knew I was going down the avenue, but that was probably just the craziest thing. And then that was kind of my welcome to college football. I was like, "Hey, you got 2 days to get out here."
Yeah.
And I had told my wife, I was like, "If they offer this job, whatever they say, we'll figure it out." Like, I'm going. So luckily she was here with family. It was a little different going from Arkansas State to Arkansas, but yeah.
Hey,
when the door opens, you got to take it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But that's impressive too that you was able to do that or go through with it. A lot of people won't. They kind of shy away.
They're like, "What? You
That's
won't
what,
be there in
that's
2
what
days?"
gets you where you're at.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It was hard for her because, like, man, she's her whole family's in Tattnall County. She's never moved away. She's like, "Oh, you're moving me 9 hours." But there was some other opportunities that came up, but that one was actually the closest. And we had prayed about it. She was like, "I feel really good about this." So, but it was still tough. That morning I left. I cried like a baby.
yeah, that's tough, dude. Next move was 5 hours west, Arkansas.
Yep.
What excites you about the upcoming season?
Man, this is the first time since Wayne County I've been year one with the staff. So, it's just a lot of building a new culture, and, we're getting our guys in there, and it's been awesome these last, I've been there since late December, but these last three and a half months, and we started spring ball last week, and just seeing Coach Silverfield's, his vision for the program and what it's going to be and what we're trying to build and the things we want our players to do, and teaching them how to practice hard and play hard. But I'm just really excited. Like I said, the last time I was with the year one staff was Wayne County, and you kind of, as you go through it, you're like, you're doing the right things, but it's year one, so you're trying to just figure everything out. The staff's trying to figure each other out, but it's just a lot of excitement around the program right now. And a lot of the other sports at Arkansas are doing well right now too. So there's a lot of good stuff happening in the athletic department. So I'm just excited to get over there. And like I said, we started spring ball this week, and all good things right now. So
good. Yeah, I feel like college football is like every season is going to be like a new season in a way where, like, you don't know who's be good, who's be bad.
Well, you
it'll
don't
be
know who you're gonna have.
Yeah, that's
no doubt.
What are some of the things you're doing to prepare?
Prepare for the season?
Yep.
Well, I think the first thing that was different for me was, and I think it's Coach Silverfield's NFL background, and I think this is something, and I'm working for Chad Lunsford, who's a head coach at Georgia Southern, so that's been great too. But we went through the whole roster and watched, because we have all these, high school players, transfers from all these different schools, and so we went through the whole roster and watched all their film, so we have an idea of everybody's skill set on the roster. And I think that's a huge part. Like, in today's college football, everybody's got 40, 50 new players, depending on where you're at.
So that's a lot of film.
A lot of film, yeah. A lot of time. And then we watched it together as a staff. So,
Compare your notes.
Yeah. Well, just making sure everybody's on the same page. Where does this guy fit? What can he help us do? And then from there, that's been a huge thing, because we have a great idea going into spring ball what guys' skill set are. And then obviously practice is where you figure that stuff out. But I feel like we had a good handle on the roster going into it. That was the first thing we did. After recruiting ended, we got our team together. That was the first thing we did. So that was invaluable to me.
Yeah, you brought up Chad Lunsford, and I really loved him when he was coaching at Georgia Southern. I thought he had, his energy was just like next level. Everybody, he was to me, he was like a player's coach.
Exactly.
If a head coach is doing stuff like this, I'm on board.
So it wasn't like a WCW movie.
Oh God, no, we can't do that.
Here we go. Dakota, WCW or WWF, WWE. What? I mean, did you watch wrestling?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, mine was WWE, so I guess you call me new school, I guess.
Destroyed me.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm still winning on the chat. That's all I care.
Yeah. Let's go back to 2015 to Dakota, right?
Okay.
And let's say you run into him on the street. What would you like to tell him?
I would tell him number one, I think everybody when they're a teenager would tell themselves, like, obviously you got to grow up, but I would tell myself, like, hey, like, I think there was a little bit in high school, everybody's a little bit entitled in a sense. So I think it took me to going through college and maybe starting coaching to be like, hey, like, and I think I won't get into today's society, but people don't want to work for what they have anymore, right? Everybody just wants everything right now, but like you've got to do the dirty work. And I think just humbling yourself and saying, hey, everything's a process. You can't get everything you want right now. And I think if like going into my senior year of high school and then going into college, if I would have realized that and said like, you know, I always worked hard, but it was just like I wanted everything right now and understanding it is a process to get to where you want to be, but the process is just being consistent every single day.
Right.
And
making yourself uncomfortable. I thought that was a good point where like a lot of times people expect things more in life, but they stay in their comfort zone. So yeah, nothing's gonna change when you're, you know, avoiding, you know, adversity or a challenge in any way. So it's like, I thought that was awesome. You know, just looking at your story and man, every way you had to take a leap of faith in some aspect. And I think that's awesome. I think it's a great example for young coaches or kids that are about to graduate high school and be like, you know, I love sports, but you know, I want to go coach. You know, I think that's a awesome thing that you can, you know, be an example for. So, you know, thank you for doing that. And again, thank you for coming. I guess this season, is there any kind of, it's hard to kind of ask you how you see yourself in 10 years, because I know people can kind of, if you lock in at Arkansas for, you know, 10 years or however, you know, I guess it depends on the environment. If you love your team, love the staff, you know, you could stay at a school forever. And especially when you jump up to a SEC school, like, you know, I don't know. That's not really a question maybe, but it's just something that I think about. Like you come so far and kind of jump through so many obstacles. Like, what's your next obstacle? You know, do you have any idea on what that could be?
Actually, on the way down here Friday, I talked to my mentor, the guy who coached me at Richmond Hill. We were just having a conversation, and you know, he kind of asked me a similar question, and I kind of, you know, goal setting I think is really important, and I think like it helps people focus on what they want to do.
Yeah.
But like probably in the last year, I kind of got away from it, and I kind of just said, like, because sometimes if you set a goal like, hey, I want to do this in 5 years, like that's great. But sometimes you get so narrow on your focus, you miss everything else that's going on around you. So like, I guess my answer would be like, I quit having like, this is what I want to do. And I just like, every day I just try to find a way, if I can just be better every single day, and I can look at a big picture of everything that's going around me and observing people and what they're doing and everything in our organization, then, you know, in 5 or 10 years, if I'm getting better every single day and I just keep consistently getting better over time, it's going to put me exactly where God wants me to be.
Yeah.
So
the opportunities will come.
Right. Yeah.
You'll find the next unexpected goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was not seeking this opportunity this year, but I think my consistency over time has put me in this place to where that opportunity came, and you know, I was ready for it when I got the call. But I think like, you know,
so just be ready for always be ready for the next opportunity.
But really just daily, just like every day, like how can I be better today? How can I learn something every day? Because if I'm learning something every day, then over time I'm going to consistently get better.
You know, everybody's got that one thing a coach told me. And the one thing that sticks to me throughout and I had some great coaches. I had Coach Cravey starting out, had Coach Cartwright. Growing up in C-team was Coach Williams. They don't get any better than Coach Williams.
No doubt.
As far as a total coach, the one that follows you to the classroom and gets you on the field and beats your tail on the field and then builds you right back up. Coach Williams is the whole package. But I've had all of those, but I had one thing that stuck with me, and it's still to this day. I've told people when I train them as a deputy, when I've trained people in classroom. Sherrod Freeman told me one time when I was playing football, and I can't even remember what I was doing, and he's like, I just can't understand how this isn't working for me. He said, well, every day you either get better or you get worse. You never stay the same in anything you do. So if you don't come out here and bust your butt, you're gonna regress. If you come out here and bust your butt, then you're gonna progress and get better every time you do. So kind of piggybacking off of what you said, you're in that grind like that. You're working your butt off every day trying to get to that next level versus stay. You're not going to stay the same. You're just going to get worse if you don't do it. So I can jump on board with that.
Yep.
I mean, that has stuck with me throughout all of life. That wasn't just a football thing. That stuck with me. So when you said that, that was like, I gravitated to that. That was pretty good.
How does your faith help you in coaching?
I heard somebody say this on a podcast last week, and I feel like I've been trying to figure out a way to like say this. I just didn't know how to like word it, if that makes sense. It was like a lot of people, with everybody, not just sports, with what we do, we get so consumed in what we do, it becomes our identity. Yeah. But it's like, I'm not going to take my identity from football. I'm going to bring my identity to football. Yeah. So who I am as a person and who I am in my walk and my faith, I'm bringing that to whatever program I'm a part of. So I can mentor my players and build genuine relationships. But, a lot of people, especially, in college football, like, you dedicate so much time to it, everything in your life becomes football. And it's really easy.
That's hard to do, like what you said. Like, yourself to football. Don't let football become you. That's tough to do. Especially in a college setting where that's all you worry
all you
about.
do.
Did you become baseball or did you bring you to baseball?
And it wasn't good.
No.
I mean, I'm just being, the lifestyle's not good.
No.
But that's what you become. Because everything you think about to do is evolved around that. Yeah. Like, you're waking up every day and your whole world is built around that one sport.
Yep.
And that's tough to do, but that's pretty good though. Like, you bring yourself to football, don't let it, make you who you are.
Yeah. It's easier said than done. Yeah. I mean, I can't sit here and say I haven't done it. I have, and I finally just I'm like, man, games 2 years ago, I'll remember them, but people don't remember that, right? They remember how you treat them and, how you were genuine with them, and I think that's something that you just have to. It is a business. It's more of a business than it's ever been, but authentic and building relationships is still the number one thing, and ultimately trying to, lead people to Christ, to me is the biggest thing, and it starts with building genuine relationships with coaches, players, community, whatever that is.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, so I tried to do some producing, and it didn't really go well. Yeah. But I reached out to a few people to hey, send me a video so I can show him, and I got a few, but it wasn't as many as I wanted. Okay. And it was really hard to ask grown men to hey, send me a video of you talking through the phone. But anyways, I got a few, and I want to show you. Old boy Stephen Todd.
Dakota Tillman, man, to say I am proud of you is an absolute understatement. Dude, I honestly don't have any other words. It's hard to put it in words. Man, just to know where we both were as kids in high school, and to see how far you've made it in your career and chasing your dreams is absolutely amazing. Man, your love and your passion for sports and for football has always been there. There's never been a question about it. Your drive and your commitment to constantly improve yourself and push yourself to the limits is something that I have always respected about you. Dude, I don't think this is where you're going to top out. I think you're going to go so much farther. I think there's going to be a lot of big changes still to come from you. And I'm super proud of you, man. We're all super proud of you. And no matter what, no matter how far you make it, in your career, I just want you to know, to me, you're always still going to be that kid that I met in the bathroom in 8th grade.
Shout out, that was Stephen Todd, Cash Lawn.
Yeah.
And I thought that one's funny. And we got this one. Do you know who this is?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Coach Tillman, it's Eli. Just wanted to let you know how proud everyone here is of you and how far you've come. We wish you the best at Arkansas. Just wanted to say thank you for how inspirational and impactful you've been on me and my career. Your row the boat mentality really helped define who I am today. Because of that, I'm headed to the United States Coast Guard Academy to pursue a degree in electrical engineering, become a pilot, and continue kicking. Just want to say thank you and best wishes, Coach.
That's awesome.
Dude, I thought that was cool too.
Just wanted to let you...
So those are the only two I got, but I thought those were really great. And Stephen touched on your putting yourself out there.
Yep.
And, I thought those were.
It's cool hearing that from somebody that like knows him.
Yeah.
And then hearing him talk to us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like them picking up on stuff that he's had to drive and wanting to do.
Mhm.
And they picked on it, and they're not even in the room to throw that out there.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
See, I did a little producing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
There you go.
I was in some DMs. I'm like, hey, I know this is totally random, but you don't know me. All right, so what?
Shout out Cash Lawn.
Yeah, shout out Cash.
Shout out Stephen Todd.
Let's go.
So happy for him, man.
And I think there's like a baseball team that's at the rec department with Cash Lawn.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, yep. Me and Mac and Michael Clark are coaching baseball, and our sponsor is Cash Lawn, and that has a story behind it.
Yeah.
So my wife is the office manager at Southern Family Medicine, and she did a sponsor too. My son's on this team. Steven's son is on this team as well, but Jaron, something happened. We don't have to get into it, but the sponsor is on another team, Southern Family Medicine. I'm happy with Cash Lawn. Okay, this is not. I'm just saying.
It may have to do with during the draft of the players. I looked at Clark and was like, "JJ, take JJ," and I wasn't even thinking about sponsorship. Wasn't even thinking about sponsorship.
Yeah, it don't matter. It's just funny. It's
win.
funny.
I was trying to win. I'm sorry. I know it's 10U baseball, but I still want to win.
That's right.
Okay?
Also, speaking of, this is totally random, but this JJ got into the mule with Sadie. Big Mike was parked right behind the mule. He barked. He backed right into Big Mike's truck, cracked his headlight. Mr. Mike said, "Don't worry about it." I was like, "Mr. Mike, just tell me how much it's going to be." All right.
Send me the bill.
Yeah, just send me the bill. Yeah, all right. But let me talk to the insurance company before we finalize anything. All right, so I've got another segment. It's called the Totally Random, Not Sponsored Pop Quiz. All right?
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. All right, so today's questions revolve around the Hogs. Okay?
The hog.
The Hogs. Dakota can be a lifeline if he knows it. Okay? But this is you two.
This is us two.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you guys in the game here. Come on now. All right. Which former Arkansas player below is a Pro Football Hall of Famer? All right. Number 1, Darren McFadden, Brandon Burlsworth, Steve Atwater, or Matt Jones.
Matt Jones. Quarterback baseball.
Is a Pro Football Hall of Famer.
No.
Pro football.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Matt Jones. He got drafted to be a quarterback and played wide receiver.
Oh,
Derek McFadden would be the next.
I'm gonna go with Burlsworth. I know he died early. I don't even know if he ever made it into a pro game.
He didn't even make it to the pro.
But
game.
they might have put him in because of that.
All right,
Tell me the names again.
Darren McFadden, Brandon Burlsworth, O-line, Steven Atwater, safety, Matt Jones, QB, 2001 and 2004.
Matt Jones didn't play QB in the NFL. He played wide receiver.
Dude, I got this off the internet.
So
dude.
it's gonna be the other guy. It ain't gonna be Burlsworth. Darren McFadden was trash at the Raiders.
He's sniffing her.
It's gonna be the safety.
Okay.
What's his name?
Steve Atwater.
That's who I'm going with.
Yeah, he was a safety for the
Did y'all see that?
Broncos.
Did y'all see
yes,
that?
you successfully eliminated everything. You did good.
That's how we do it.
That's how you do it. All right.
That's how we do.
That's how we do.
JJ and Luke McChannon. That's how we do. And Luke's like, "What's an RBI?" And they're all like,
and then next inning we get walked off. That's how we do it. We lose like a champion.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Who was the fullback with Darren McFadden and Felix Jones in 2007? All right, I'm gonna give you one hint, and then I'll give you another one. I'm gonna give you the first one. Played for the Browns.
He was at our practice the other day.
Shout out.
He played for the Browns.
Played for the Browns.
I ain't got a clue.
He played fullback?
He played fullback. Might have had a Madden cover, maybe?
Oh, White running back.
There we go. That was my second hint. That should narrow it down real quick.
I can see him.
I can see him.
He had the crazy face mask when he played for
I ain't got
Cleveland.
Big joke.
Gosh dang it, he's on the tip of my tongue. He played running back in NFL. I can't remember his name. I know exactly who you're talking about.
All right.
Crazy face mask, white running back.
Peyton Hillis.
That's it.
Hillis.
Which one of these names was an Arkansas head coach? Bud Grant, Lou Holtz, Barry Switzer, or Jimmy Johnson?
Did Lou Holtz coach it? Arkansas?
I don't think it is.
Lou Holtz bounced around. I'm going Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz was bouncing.
Let's go, Lou Holtz.
Oh,
Let's go.
snap!
Sweet dude.
He must have only coached there like 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get that, man. All right, Arkansas State bird.
Arkansas State bird.
All right, we got the Northern Mockingjay, the Northern Flicker, the Blue Hen Chicken, or the Eastern Bluebird.
For Arkansas?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a duck.
That's what I was thinking.
No, they don't
I
do
feel
that.
like we looked this up the other day. Go through it one more
Brown
time.
thrasher.
I almost put brown
Georgia
thrash.
history right there.
Northern Mockingbird, Northern Flicker. Blue Hen Chicken. I put that one. That was funny. And the Eastern Bluebird.
Eastern bluebird. Process elimination.
Dude.
The Mockingbird.
Boom. Let's go.
The
Northern
Mockingbird?
Mockingbird. The Blue Hen Chicken's from Delaware. They got a chicken as their.
Oh, that's their mascot.
Yeah.
That's their
You know,
mascot.
Benjamin Franklin.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their
Benjamin
mascot.
Franklin
That makes
wanted
sense.
the daggum American bird to be a turkey.
Oh, that would have been fun.
A turkey.
That would have been fun.
A turkey. A bald
All
eagle
right.
versus a turkey.
We're done with the totally random, not sponsored pop quiz.
Who
Okay.
won?
Y'all did. Y'all
Draw.
won.
It was a draw.
Get down, Timmy. 10 push-ups. I gave out some push-ups today at practice. I was like,
Him and Michael were doing push-ups and making them run poles. I've never been so mortified in my
I
life.
didn't make him run poles. That was all Michael. Anyways, okay, this is the next segment. It's called All Gas No Brakes with Dakota Tillman.
Sponsored by COC.
COC. All right. Okay, so you gotta just pick one or the other.
Okay.
Just go. You may offend people. Just make sure you offend the right one.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
It's quick. It's quick.
All right.
All right. Jonesboro nightlife or Statesboro nightlife?
Statesboro.
Successful onside kick or fake punt for a touchdown?
Oh, fake punt. Fake punt all day.
Georgia barbecue or Arkansas barbecue?
Arkansas barbecue.
Oh! Walmart or Amazon?
Walmart.
Yeah. High key or low key?
Say again?
High key or low key?
High key or low key?
Yeah.
Low key.
Okay. LeBron or Michael?
Michael.
Cold weather game or hot weather game?
Hot all day.
Devin Hester or Deion Sanders?
Oh, Devin Hester. If we're talking returning, Devin Hester. Not even close.
Early morning practice or night practice?
Early morning. Let's get it
Traditional
out of the
punt or Australian style?
way. Traditional. NFL style.
Kickoff or kick return?
Kick return.
Cap, no cap.
No cap.
Arkansas or Arkansas?
Oh, Arkansas.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike. Nike.
That's my guy. That's my guy. I was like, what's my last question? What's their team sponsor?
That was all.
Try to get me with that one.
Yeah, I did.
That was all
I
gas,
did. I
no
sure,
brakes.
yes, that was all gas, no brakes. I did want to give some status updates on the baseball programs around here. Claxon is 6-6, 3-5 in the region. Pinewood is 5-5, and shout out to the Portal Panthers to making it to state. They got beat by Clinch County. We've talked about them before, but yeah, shout out to them.
Come out the swamp to play
And yeah, every time I hear Clinch, I think of like swamp people.
That's
just
what they
just
are.
because.
They are literally swamp people.
What's the county seat?
Homerville.
Homerville.
Yep.
It's in the swamp.
Yeah.
Straight up swamp.
All right, so that concludes our interview, except
I
for
got some questions.
yeah. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh.
Y'all gotta just jump in. What y'all got?
You go ahead first, because mine's going to be kind of...
So I've noticed, an uptick as far as kickers in high school football. Well, I mean, back in the day, and I say back in the day, I graduated in 02.
Yeah, he's
And
old.
kicking was not a thing back then.
No.
Like, we strapped on a
We had to
sport
have a
coat
boot.
with a strap.
I had to have a boot.
And we found a big lineman that could take 2 steps and kick it.
Yep.
Like now, and I was impressed this year because just about every high school we went to had a kicker
Yeah.
that would have been all world back in the day if we had played back then. But they're all kind of mixing together now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, of course we got a real good one at Claxton with Al, but are kids going to more camps now? Is soccer getting to be bigger, and that's what's bringing this on? What do you think is the uptick in the kicking game in high school? What's brought that on? What's different now than what it used to be back in the day?
I think it's almost like more publicized. I think there's more coaches now. I mean, especially since like when I was playing and, when I graduated in 2015, it was hard to find somebody. There's more kicking coaches out there, people that have done it and they want to coach.
Right.
And like, to be honest, I think Pat McAfee has a little bit to do with that. Like, I mean, he's kind of,
I ain't even thought about
he's
Made
kind
kicking cool.
Yeah, he's kind of made it cool, and I think kids are seeing the opportunity to do that, and they're starting it at a younger age. Most kickers come from a soccer background. I don't know nationwide how much soccer, I know in this area it's become a lot more popular, but I would probably just say, yeah, it's just, there's more coaches and it's becoming kind of cool, and I think people are seeing the importance of it a little bit more now too, just special teams in general.
Yeah. Okay.
I got 2 questions.
Okay.
First question. You're an NFL coach. What round? What is there, 135 rounds? What is
7 rounds.
No, I'm talking about the
Picks?
total picks. How many rounds is it?
7 rounds, 32 picks per round.
So, when are you taking your kicker?
Do you have? I guess does he have a kicker, or does he have like
No,
a bunch
he's
of
got-
kickers
he doesn't have a
that?
kicker.
I got to go get one.
Got to go get a kicker.
Yeah, I mean,
In today's, like he's talking about, in today's game.
And you've got the Tom Brady of kicking.
Yeah.
That's sitting there in the draft.
oh yeah, if we got a guy like that, yeah, second, third round.
Okay.
Second, third round.
That's me. I'm
I'm
saying.
going to answer that too. I'd go first round.
You would?
Boom. Send it in, Mel.
But I mean,
that's the
think-
only reason
think
in a lot of
about-
games that's only how they score.
You know, you
It's
think
kicking
about
game.
like I know Pat McAfee did the thing with it was Manning did the thing with Pat McAfee talking about coffin corner, and I remember being coached or I was always the long snapper, so I was always there with the kicker, and I can remember Coach Brown teaching like angle that punt to the corner, and you look at the way the game has evolved. Anything past the 50, I mean, they're rolling out a kicker.
Yeah.
So there's no pinning anybody, dude. I mean, kick 6 with Auburn, Alabama. I mean, stuff like that you would have never seen with us growing up.
No.
So I'm a second, third round guy. I'm not. There might be some.
I'm going out to get me a guy that's going to score.
but I mean, and you think about it. I think what is it? The kicker. What was the kicker years ago for Georgia? That's the all-time leading
Blankenship.
scorer? No, before him.
Rodrigo Blankenship?
Way before him. Like
Damn.
2008.
I know you're talking about.
But he is still to this day the all-time leading scorer for the University of Georgia.
Yeah.
And he was a kicker.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Second one is we talked about how you got to all your different places. And I know Arkansas State, same state. But how did you go from Sun Belt to SEC? Did they find you? Did you know people?
Yep. Chad Lunsford.
Okay.
Yep. So obviously knew him from when he recruited my brother at Georgia Southern, and so knew him a little bit then, and then he knew I was coaching in the area, and then I got to Arkansas State. He was at FAU, so we text every now and then, call, and last year during the season, he was at Auburn, I was at Arkansas State. We played Arkansas. He called me, hey, what'd you see? And then it was a couple days before our bowl game. He gave me a very general, and like we joke about it now. He was like, hey, I might have a job, can't tell you where, but would you be interested in this? And I was like, I mean, yeah, you got to give me more details. And then right after our bowl game this year, he called me, and he obviously got the job at Arkansas, and offered me the job, and to me, I felt like it was once again, a good opportunity. I was the special teams coordinator at Arkansas State, now the assistant special teams coordinator at Arkansas. I needed to get to that level of college football, but I also needed to I needed to learn. I feel like I was at a point where, at Arkansas State, loved it there. Great opportunity. I can't thank Butch Jones enough for giving me that opportunity, but I was ready to learn. So that's the whole thing with this, see how it's done at that level, get in that conference. I have a lot of respect for Coach Lunsford. He's been great to work with. Yeah. But just to see that, but yeah, it was just relationships and keeping up with people.
That's that's law enforcement. That's how you go up in law enforcement. You make relationships and you fill spots and
Networking.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So.
I mean, every summer when I was a high school coach, I'd go to 4 or 5 colleges. I really wanted to learn. It wasn't, but you build relationships with people, and then you show up and get information from them and kind of do that. But that's how people get to know you. So, and I made sure every high school I was at, I was always a recruiting coordinator. Because if I ever wanted to go the college route, I was like, well, these coaches have to come talk to me and the head coach about players.
Right.
So naturally, the relationships were built there. So
that's good.
Very cool. Yeah.
So are we on the press pass list for Arkansas?
Oh, that's a great question. Yes, let's go.
Hey, we got press cards.
Yeah, we do.
We got press cards.
We'll work something out.
Also, I do have a an ask.
Okay.
If you and this is totally up to you. If you ever get asked in an interview or something about your hometown or what, just say the 912 has been great, and we'll know.
Yeah,
you can say it like that.
912,
You can just say 912. That's all I want. Anyway,
912 the crew.
You don't even have to say the crew.
Just say 912?
Yeah, just say that because that's easy. You can work that in somehow. And then clip it and send it to me, okay? Make sure I see it.
I do have one more, just because I don't know how to shut up.
That is true.
What is your number one moment so far in coaching?
Man.
That's tough.
It could be something like a game. It could be something at practice. It could be the job. It could be the opportunity. I don't care. I just want to know. I'm jealous. I'm envious.
Number one moment. Can I do a couple?
Yeah.
I got a cool story. I have a really cool story from when I was at Arkansas. I was thinking about this one over here. So it's 2023. It was my first year there. We're in fall camp and we're practicing or whatever. And, we're running punt team. And we had this one kid. Nobody knew who he was when we got there. He kept blocking punts at practice. And he's and Coach Jones, it was funny when it was all said and done. Anyways, he gets in front of the team and he goes, after the fact, I'll tell you the story in a second, but he goes, we had this little white kid from Memphis that we got off the street, and he's blocking all of our punts at practice. So, we're freaking out. Man, our punt team's awful. And then finally we realized, this kid's got a knack for blocking punts.
Yeah.
So, he was working through me Coach, he kept telling me, we opened up with Oklahoma that year, and he was like, I got to get on the plane. I was like, just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing it. I'll vouch for you in staff meetings. So his name's Reed Linder. And anyways, so game one, as a true freshman, walk on from Memphis, he starts against Oklahoma on kickoff and punt return. Well, fast forward 4 games later, we're playing Southern Miss. It was our opening Sun Belt Conference game that year. And me and him are in the office on a Wednesday, and we're just watching their punt. And I'm like, hey, this punter, when he punts to his left, he drifts right up the field. And I said, if they don't have their adjuster to that side, I was like, and you're off that edge, we're going to get this guy to occupy the shot. I was like, dude, you're going to have a shot for it. So, we'd study the block point all week. And sure enough, first punt of the game, it was actually Frank Gore Jr., Frank Gore's son. He's in the wing. And he goes, I'm like, we don't have the block. Well, they motioned him across right before the ball was snapped. And he told me after the fact, he was like, dude, when he motioned across, I was like, I knew it was on. And sure enough, he blocked the punt. And we ended up winning that game by 7 because we blocked the punt and scored on that drive.
That's awesome.
But
Let's go.
that was a really that was a moment for not only for him, but all the work that he
That's a coaching moment.
He had put in, and it was
saw it.
The sideline erupted. It was awesome.
On the coaching and showing the big play.
But anyways, I ended up coaching him for 3 years there. That was awesome. Another cool moment really was in 22 when I was at Wayne. That year was I'm pretty sure it was the biggest turnaround in Georgia high school history. They were 0-9 the year before. We won 10 games that first year, just like that. But we went to play Perry in the second round of the playoffs, and they were number 1 in Class 4A that year point score. They were averaging like 42, something ridiculous a game, and nobody expected us to win. I think we were 28-point dogs, and I remember sitting in staff meeting that week. That staff was great, but J-Bo was like, "Hey, like they're super athletic. They score a bunch of points." He was like, "We're gonna run the ball because we got a really good running back. He's at South Carolina now, but he was like, we're gonna play good defense. We're gonna run the ball and just own the clock." And then it was, to this day, the most perfectly executed game plan. Just offense, defense, special teams. Like, we controlled the clock, we controlled field position, and we ended up winning 14-7. So that was a cool one. We played Arkansas this year. First time Arkansas and Arkansas State had ever played. And they play, Arkansas previously would play a home game in War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, which is the state's capital. So, but it was the last game ever in War Memorial, so it was Arkansas versus Arkansas State. They ended up beating us, but probably one of the coolest moments from last year was all week we're game planning, and my analyst came in there, and we're watching, and I'm like, "Hey, what are they going to give us on kickoff?" So I went back like 2 years, and I was like, it was Auburn's tape from 23, and I was like, "Hey, they ran this look, and that's similar to what we do." I was like, "They're going to run this." And he was like, "They're not going to run that. They think they're better than us. They're just going to line up." And I said, I will put money on it. They're going to run this look. And they had a good kickoff guy. So I was like, we may not even get a kick return. Well, the punter was the kickoff guy. He went down and hit our punt returner. Like, he would run down the field and tackle you. And he was so hyped up after the play, he started like hitting himself in the head, gave himself a concussion.
Oh my God.
So the backup kickoff guy comes in the game, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. And this is all crazy. Our starting kick returner in practice that week tore his ACL. So it's our new returner, his first return of college football. They kicked it to the goal line, and we took it like 100 yards to the house. That's so nice. That was just a cool moment. I don't know, just in that environment, against them. It was a really cool, just, Arkansas State, first time ever, last time in that stadium. That was a cool moment.
That is pretty
awesome. Yeah, that'd probably be, if you had to give me like 3, that'd probably be it. Bowl game this year was fun. Played in the Star, the Dallas Cowboys practice stadium.
Really?
It was the first ever Xbox Bowl. I don't know if you guys saw that. They had like I can't remember the Halo dude. I can't remember his name. He came out and presented the trophy. Yeah.
What's the atmosphere on the sideline for an SEC game or a Sun Belt game? That because you think Arkansas State's been a contender in the Sun Belt the whole time. Yeah. What's the atmosphere? Is it like a Georgia Southern where they're like hollering and cussing at one another, or is it a?
Yeah, I mean it's similar. I would say probably the coolest environment I've coached in was definitely in 24. We played at Michigan. That was a year after they won the title. And kind of the surreal moment. We actually played them close that year. But
did you see Jordan Stallions?
Who?
The guy in the stands for the guy that got caught cheating for him?
Oh, no, this was after all
Connor
that.
Stallions. Connor
Stallions.
Yeah.
Stallions, yeah. It was so cool, though, because I'm sure you guys know, like, at the end of I think it's at the end of the third quarter, they play Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
And, like, it plays, and it was homecoming, so it was packed.
Oh, gosh.
And, like, I'm standing next, actually, the guy I just told you about that blocked the punt, and we're standing by there, and, like, it was like, the music stopped and the whole crowd sang it, and I was like, I just kind of looked around. I looked at him. I was like, "Yo, this is sick."
Yeah, this
I was like, and it was like a different, because it's such a historical stadium. Yeah. Like that was really, really cool. But yeah, it's a cool. It's definitely an adrenaline rush when you no matter where it's at, when you come out the tunnel, and it's on, and
I bet that has to be so intimidating too to play in that place, like Michigan. I mean, the big house. It feels like you're behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah,
in the trenches.
Both teams go through the tunnel too.
Yeah.
That was cool. It wasn't as like it's truly like a bowl. Like when I got there, because we played Oklahoma in 23. At Oklahoma, and I think they're extending it. They're like away stands or home stands that you look from the away sideline were like tall.
Yeah.
Like it felt like it was just a tower on the other side. But Michigan was just like such a bowl. But
they don't feel like on top of you.
Yeah. That opening drive, we went down to kick a field goal, and that was definitely one of the loudest it's been because the crowd was going, and our kicker ended up he hit the upright and missed. It's a cool story too. Kid's from Michigan. We go play Michigan, has a rough game, home state or whatever, and then he ended up making 18 straight to finish out the year.
That's so cool.
Nice. It was motivation for him. But he was so hurt after that game because
he's in his home state.
Home state.
He waited his whole life for that.
Yeah. But I will say this: like the rest of the season, he was automatic.
Wow.
He's hit. It was a joke last year. We beat South Alabama in 25 on a game-winning field goal and 24. It was like every time we played South Al, he was he was going to put it through. So there's some cool moments.
Do y'all have any other questions y'all want to ask, or I think the only thing we else got to do is his water tower. So
I have a request on the water tower.
yeah,
Could I?
it doesn't have to be like it can be your water tower.
I know.
You've had so many players.
I really want to, like, I would really like to just shout out some coaches that have influenced me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not even from Claxton. Like,
That's
just
fine.
Yeah.
if you guys are good with that.
Yeah, that's,
Water tower for Claxton. I'm
Yeah.
gonna shout out a couple people.
Yeah.
All right, just no ranking, but like I no for real because like I've watched y'all's interviews and like I've only been in Claxton since 2010, so I feel like I'm limited sample size. But like
it can be.
I'm gonna be biased to my class for players.
Yeah.
Okay, Scooter Taylor was a heck of a football and basketball player.
Yeah.
Marty Chappell, I would say one of the most physical guys. Braun Glover, really good basketball, baseball, football, everything.
Yeah.
Shakari Denson still to this day is one of the best athletes I've ever coached. I mean, that guy could take over a game. But I think that was the four I had. Michael Peel, obviously, he was a little older than me, but like seeing him pitch when I was in eighth grade, man, I was like, this dude's throwing
none of
that.
that. I remember seeing him like when he was, when I was playing and he was like in, the C team or the middle school team. I'm like, I don't want to see that.
I remember
no part of
being
that.
a senior in high school and him hanging out with us. He as a freshman, he hung out with. I mean, if you saw me in town, he was with me. I mean, you remember that. And I ran over his foot with my jean, and he had to pitch a game the next day. And he threw some daggers after getting run over by a Jeep Grand Cherokee, aka the Grey Ghost. Heck of an athlete.
That's funny.
And I also watched him trip over the 48-yard line. I've never in my life. We had a play where, the whole year, we just ran. It was 33 lead. We ran it the whole year. Well, something come up. I don't know if it's Coach Williams or Coach Cartwright. One of them saw something. And they're like, I know he's probably one of the slowest people on the team, but we are going to pull a keeper. We got to. And he breaks it down the sideline, and it's like, he had days to go. Not yards to go. He had days to go, and the 48-yard line jumped up and grabbed a hold of him.
Oh.
And just demolished.
Turf monster.
Got him. So heck of an athlete, though. Heck of a guy, heck of a daddy. He's a good dude.
I can't remember who it was, but I was in eighth grade, and I was like, I think I was clocking and writing it down, charting, whatever. And it was Claxton versus Metter, and it was Peel, and I cannot remember the guy's name from Metter.
His daddy was the coach. He went to Georgia with Michael.
Yeah, it was those two pitching. And I was like, man, I don't know if I'll ever see anything
His
like that.
sister played college softball for Metter.
I thought it was Regan.
No, his sister. This cat's sister. We called her
That might
Amazon
have been
Barbie.
it.
I think that was Regan.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It would have been 2011,
Yeah.
something like that, 2010,
We called her
2011.
Amazon Barbie.
Yeah.
She's a monster.
The Amazon Barbie.
Let me tell you something. She played tennis, and you know why I played tennis. But anyway, I was out there, and they didn't have enough guys to play, so me and Brett Roberts had to play against Amazon Barbie. They smoked us.
But y'all let them.
No, we didn't let them. Smoked us.
Yeah.
She stood at the net and destroyed everything we sent to her. And we were not. We were Elite Eight, tennis players. I mean, we're not. I mean, I'm not saying
scrubs.
I was the
Early
best
day, bro.
ever. I'm not saying I was the best ever, but I mean, we played USTA on the side. I mean, we
Put respect on that.
You gonna put respect on what I did in tennis.
Yeah.
And smoked us, son. And it was so like we went to some big tournament that was like an invite only in Bainbridge or somewhere, played on clay courts and everything. And didn't matter what we did, me and Brett. Every time we'd win a match, didn't matter. Everybody on the team would tell us Amazon Barbie would have destroyed them. Don't worry about it. But that was that girl, and her the dad was the coach, and he went to Georgia too.
Any coaches you want to shout out?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Williams.
Yeah.
And, you know, every time I come home, me and him go out to eat and just talk. But, like, you talk about, like, some things that stick with you. Like, he would always, like, when we were in the weight room in high school, if it was, like, we had, I don't know, 5 sets of 5, he'd always be like, do one more for the haters. Or, like, he'd come up with some way, like, do what ECI's doing one more. And, like, I'll be honest, like, sometimes, like, when I work now, I'm like, oh, I could do one. Like, I could find another way to do something else. Like, it really.
The mentality.
It creates an edge. You know, my college coach, Mike Furry, he's the receivers coach at South Carolina. Probably, he was played in the NFL. I don't know if you guys remember him. He played receiver for the Lions and also played safety in the NFL.
Really?
Back in the day. Look up his highlights; they're crazy. But he was like one of the first coaches I thought like. He was very business because he'd been in the NFL, but like he just did things the right way. It was very demanding, but like you knew he cared about you. He did a lot of stuff with the players. So that was another one. Tony Welch gave me my first opportunity. Yeah. And like I think every stop you go to, you pick up something from somebody. And like I couldn't have asked for a better start because he gave me so much responsibility. But like he was a true relationship guy. Like, and I'm not talking about just football players. Like he had a relationship with everybody in that school building. Learned a lot from him, and then you know I learned so much for the last 3 years at Arkansas State from Butch Jones. I mean, giving me an opportunity, you know, very demanding and does everything at a high level, very attention to detail. But you know, I just wanted to shout out a few people. There's so many more I could shout out,
Coach Williams, I could shout out the fact that there was almost no way to skip a rep with him.
No.
As weightlifting teacher.
No.
There's absolutely. I mean, it didn't matter, and you know that's why I'm not in the shoes he's in because I was skipping reps. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But there was absolutely zero way to skip a rep on Coach Williams. Zero. I mean, he's a Hawkeye in the daggone weight room. But just like you said, I mean, I remember something. I mean, board drill was called butter from the duck, getting the butter from the duck. I mean, he made it fun. I mean. And I love all of the coaches that ever coached me, but we beat this dead horse all the time. But as far as the best coach to me in my age group that ever coached anything at Claxton, Roger Williams, hands down. Oh, sorry, Donnie Sykes.
We got Dakota brought us something from Arkansas. We got it. We got us a hat.
Check that out.
Got us a hat. Put it on, Mac.
Yeah.
Christen it.
Yeah, but this has to go on our wall. Dude, that's a good fit.
Yeah, that's a good fitting hat.
That is. Check out that Nike.
Yeah, that Nike boy. That's clean.
Yeah. I like the colors too.
Yeah.
Reminds me of somebody.
You couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, we'll hang it up somewhere.
Dude, I like that.
Put it up somewhere.
Yeah,
Thank you, dude.
Absolutely.
We'll find a spot for it. But yeah, again, thank you so much. You guys got anything else?
This is probably one of the best interviews we've had.
Yeah.
This is
Appreciate
awesome.
that. Appreciate y'all having me on. And I love what you're doing for the area too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So been
We
following
just want to be
everything.
positive for something. I mean, you grew up here, so you know a lot of times it's easy to fall into the negativity, and we just want something positive. We want to give, you know, something as simple as letting a kid put our belt on. I mean that I mean I was more excited about that when Luke wore our belt than anything we've done. I mean it's an opportunity that a kid, you know. I mean just like them doing the pageant at the ACA building. I mean what kid could ever say they were on a pageant in Claxton, Georgia, in like a 21st century sound system, 21st century. I mean I don't care how we got it. I care that we got it.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We was able to use it.
The how we get it stuff, I could care less. It's here.
That's right.
Let's be proud that Evans County's got something.
Yeah.
And that that's what this show's kind of about. And
Absolutely.
I'm so glad that Jordy's here to keep us on track.
Yeah, thank you, Mac. And again, thank you for taking time out of your time home to come hang out here with us. So
Yeah.
we appreciate that. And
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
and,
you
and
guys.
best of luck. Best of luck. We root for you. And that's it.